Welcome to Books for Success. Today, we're unraveling the insights from Beyond Coffee by James Beshara, Dan Engle, and Haynes. Learn the differences between several nootropics, herbs, and caffeine substitutes. Find the nootropic drug that boosts your energy and comprehension. You'll learn the pros and cons of various coffee substitutes, how to choose a safe nootropic with minimal drawbacks, natural and accessible caffeine substitutes, the risks of using unsafe drugs. If you like our content, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Don't be shy about smashing that like button if you discover something valuable. Let's grow and succeed together. When gain doesn't need pain. Modern social dynamics are notably different from as little as several decades ago. Today, it is so chaotic that people cannot help but seek means to be faster, smarter, and constantly energized. Brain capacity defines whether you complete your work, clean your house, and read before sleep. Unfortunately, in the digital age, the performance of this network of neurons drains by lunch. You want nothing but to hit the hay for the rest of the day. Many depend on drugs or supplements to get through their day. This tendency has its pros and cons you should be aware of when stepping into the world of stimulating drugs. Humans can multitask, but exploiting this feature comes at a price. Sometimes, you need that extra push to stay active. Drugs, herbs, and tea are the most popular market options today. One of the most used supplements to boost cognitive performance is coffee. Coffee is the ultimate additive that keeps the body active for longer. Millions of people drink coffee daily. Some consume as much as 10 cups. Seeking energy, they crave more without visible results but with apparent dependency. James Beshara, Dan Engle, and Haynes focused their interest on the human brain to study other organic alternatives. Nature has proven to be the best healer, so searching for effective stimulants is rewarding. Globalization gives you access to all the options and allows you to experiment before finding the perfect remedy. After all, studying the safety of each supplement has never been easier. Wrapping your head around nootropics. Nootropics have long taken their place as one of the most popular cognitive enhancers. They come from natural sources but are also synthetic due to their wide use. Some widely known nootropic supplements include caffeine, omega-3s, and nicotine. The primary purpose of nootropics is to unclog comprehension, especially in cases of poor mental clarity. Other benefits include increased energy, learning ability, focus, and memory improvement. There are few side effects. However, the organic nature of these compounds makes them safe in moderation. On top of that, nootropics retain extremely low toxicity, making them secure. On the other hand, it is important to note that nootropics interact with some medications, especially those for high blood pressure and diabetes. Going through a list of drug compatibility can save time when choosing a stimulant and help you check its safety. Nootropics play a critical role in intentionality. More specifically, they boost the brain to make conscious decisions. The most common and safe way to acquire most nootropics is by purchasing them at the drugstore. Safely sourcing them helps to reduce the damage caused by additives that affect the body in the long run. One big question surrounding the use of nootropics is how well they work. The truth is that a single pill or a compound is less effective than a combination, and a well-mixed nootropic is likely to be highly efficient. Of course, the efficacy of nootropics depends on the health of the individual who wants to use them. Nootropics combine adaptogens and natural products like mushrooms to boost the performance of the brain and the body. Adaptogens are natural herbal substances that help the body adapt to stress and normalize its functions. The point is finding a golden midpoint between the positive effect and safety. That is why research on nootropic side effects is still relevant. After all, their variety makes safe purchases challenging. At the end of the day, consulting with a healthcare provider is necessary even after studying the subject yourself. Did you know? Nootropics come in natural and synthetic forms. The latter is more targeted and goes through more intense testing. Start with 5-star reviews. All nootropics go through a quality rating. A score of 0 to 5 stars includes classification according to their safety and potency. Any nootropic that rates 3 to 5 stars has the best quality, while 1 to 2-star supplements are not recommended. The 5-star category includes omega-3 EPA and DHA, alpha GPC, CDP-choline, L-theanine, and phosphatidylserine. Omega-3 EPA and DHA. Omega-3 is a product of fatty acids from fish. Commonly found in tuna and salmon, omega-3 supports the heart, eyes, and brain. EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, enhance brain rehabilitation after injury. However, abuse of omega-3 can lead to immune system suppression and the risk of bleeding. Alpha-GPC. Alpha-GPC is a combination of choline and glycerophosphate compounds. It helps improve learning and brain cognition and is one of the prescription drugs for Alzheimer's and stroke patients. Athletes regularly use alpha-GPC for better performance and endurance. The drug is safe and highly efficient. CDP-choline. CDP-choline, or citicoline, is a chemical compound produced by the human body. Citicoline increases noradrenaline and dopamine levels in the brain. It improves learning and memory performance. The latter is helpful for older people, as citicoline is part of treatment for dementia, Alzheimer's, amnesia, and other brain-related traumas. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, marked citicoline as safe. Today, it is used worldwide. L-theanine. L-theanine or theanine is an amino acid compound usually found in fungi and green tea. It increases serotonin and dopamine levels, treating high blood pressure and anxiety. Theanine works better in combination with caffeine, increasing alertness and focus. This effect makes theanine perfect for ADHD and depression. Theanine is safe to use, according to the FDA. Phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine or PS are fatty elements critical for building cell membranes. PS works as a brain booster to increase its overall performance. Older people, whose natural PS level decreases, require a regular intake of these fatty acids for a healthy life. Psychiatrists often prescribe phosphatidylserine to treat the early stages of ADHD, as it has a safety mark from the Food and Drug Administration. The perks of searching for 3 stars. At times, even the best stimulating substances can be hard to find. For example, doctors recommend caffeine, L-tyrosine, and ashwagandha, but without a prescription, it is impossible to access them. Ashwagandha. The ashwagandha plant has excellent healing properties. For short-term use, its roots and berries can effectively reduce stress. To avoid addiction, healthcare providers recommend using it for no longer than 12 weeks. Furthermore, according to the FDA, ashwagandha is unsafe for pregnant women and those trying to conceive. Bacopa monnieri. Bacopa monnieri is one of the world's oldest medicinal herbs. It is common in countries with damp climates like Sri Lanka, India, and Pakistan. Its medicinal value stretches from treating asthma to epilepsy. It also boosts cognitive memory and reduces anxiety. Bacopa is safe for short-term use for no longer than 3 months. Rhodiola rosea. Rhodiola rosea is an adaptogen plant whose roots enhance focus and immunity. Its effectiveness regarding athleticism is still doubtful, but it shows compelling results in improving cognition. Rhodiola is safe for use for a short-term period of about 10 weeks. On top of the best supplements, several 3-star drugs may require confirmation from the physician. You can use them for experimenting after contacting a respectable healthcare provider. L-tyrosine. Tyrosine is an amino acid that boosts adrenaline and dopamine, helping to maintain focus for longer and eliminate stress and anxiety. As a supplement for cognitive performance, tyrosine is still under review. Although not yet proven, it has shown signs of efficacy in several patients. Tyrosine is considered safe if used for not more than 3 months. Panax ginseng. Panax ginseng is another adaptogen that boosts cognitive performance and athleticism and helps reduce stress. It fights fatigue and is safe for use except for pregnant women and women trying to conceive. Ginkgo biloba. Ginkgo biloba comes from an ancient Chinese tree. It is an authentic medicinal herb that helps fight dementia, anxiety, depression, stress, and glaucoma. Raw ginkgo leaves can be dangerous when consumed. That is why ginkgo is safe to use under strict monitoring. Hanging on the fence between bad and really bad nootropics. At the bottom of the list are several 2- and 1-star nootropics. Their side effects outweigh potential advantages, and the high accessibility of some and specific prescriptions of others make the following substances unfit for safe use. Nicotine. Nicotine, alongside caffeine, is one of the most commonly used compounds. Despite the effectiveness of nicotine in relaxing the nervous system, the high risk of addiction and cancer cancels out this benefit. Some aftereffects of withdrawal include irritability, stress, and depression, making quitting harder. Levocarnitine. Levocarnitine is an amino acid that facilitates the movement of fatty acids within the mitochondrial cells. As a prescription drug for a wide range of medical issues like ADHD, autism, and diabetes, levocarnitine is highly effective. However, the side effects of levocarnitine override its uses, so regular use may cause health implications like nausea, heartburn, or diarrhea. Creatine. Creatine is essential for healthy digestion, so regular intake is crucial. Red meat and seafood are rich in creatine, making it naturally accessible. It also helps to boost cognitive memory, thus useful for the elderly. Creatine is effective, but the risk of kidney failure, nausea, diarrhea, and high blood pressure requires professional assistance. Donepezil. Here is another medically approved drug for those struggling with attention and memory deficit. However, its side effects include stomach issues, fatigue, and poor appetite, so careful use is necessary. Selegiline. Selegiline is a standard prescription that, in combination with other drugs, fights conditions like depression and Parkinson's by boosting dopamine levels. The risks of using selegiline include high blood pressure and allergic reactions. Its excess also intrudes suicidal thoughts and behavior. Modafinil. Modafinil is common for the treatment of sleep apnea, narcolepsy, ADHD, as well as cancer, and multiple sclerosis fatigue. Cognitive improvement is not on the list of modafinil's immediate effects as its action lacks scientific clarity. In addition, its side effects include headaches, anxiety, nausea, and sleep disorder, highlighting poor knowledge of this drug. Piracetam. Despite the absence of FDA approval, piracetam shows promising results in treating muscle twitches. Still, side effects like headaches, weight problems, and anxiety make its use problematic. The lack of scientific research on piracetam's long-term efficiency puts it under the risk category. When herbs are the answer? Not all nootropics receive enough attention from scientists. Some substances are more popular than their safer counterparts, requiring more attention from healthcare providers and users. The following list of nootropics borders efficacy and addiction. Therefore, you should be aware of potential outcomes. Examples of one-star nootropics: 5-HTP. A side output of amino acids, 5-HTP, 5-hydroxytryptophan, is one of the typical drugs for insomnia, anxiety, migraine, and depression. In contrast to other nootropics, 5-HTP showed middling results against the menstrual symptoms. Because of the poor knowledge of 5-HTP compared to other nootropics, there's a risk of dangerous serotonin spikes that can cause blood abnormalities, muscle soreness, and sleepiness. Amphetamine, dextroamphetamine and methylphenidate. Popularly known as Adderall, amphetamine helps to deal with ADHD by boosting dopamine levels. Methylphenidate also treats severe ADHD, and the side effects are somewhat similar. Weight loss, poor appetite, heart problems, and even death are common side effects of amphetamine and methylphenidate. On the other hand, adaptogens, anti-inflammatory substances, and mushrooms act as natural regulators for the nervous system. While major research is still necessary, their side effects are less acute. Furthermore, they are easier to purchase and adjust to your liking. Adaptogens. Amla has a positive impact on the immune system by soothing inflammation and boosting energy levels. Eleuthero, similar to Siberian ginseng, eleuthero improves cardiovascular health. Holy basil reduces stress and anxiety. Maca suppresses fatigue, anemia, and sexual dysfunction. Mushrooms. Lion's mane fights diabetes and nerve growth disorder. Chaga boosts the immune system. Maitake tackles hypertension and diabetes and boosts the immune system. Cordyceps treats kidney and liver problems and male reproductive health. Anti-inflammatories. Turmeric curcumin is an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant supplement, popular as an additional remedy for cancer, ulcer, and depression. Ginger is effective at preventing vomiting, nausea, and morning sickness. The latter is critical for pregnant women. It is also effective against cancer. Spirulina is a nutritious cyanobacterium, rich in protein, B vitamins, and copper. The latter makes spirulina effective against high blood pressure, ADHD, depression, and anxiety. Coffee is not the only one. Caffeine is one of the most common nootropics. Today, barely anyone can imagine their day without a cup of coffee. Coffee, cocoa, and tea are the most common sources of caffeine known to the public. Its stimulatory and bronchodilatory functions are critical for analytical thinking. Caffeine blocks adenosine, the hormone responsible for drowsiness, and keeps the body active for an extended period. Furthermore, it relaxes muscles and improves athletic performance. That is why even Olympic athletes use caffeine. Despite caffeine's popularity and effectiveness, it's not the only supplement capable of improving mood and concentration. The high content of caffeine in coffee makes people dependent on it. There are many less addictive alternatives to coffee, such as black and green tea. Both come from Camellia sinensis. Even though they contain a high level of caffeine, they are full of antioxidants, making it difficult to get addicted. Black tea helps to keep mental clarity as effectively as coffee. However, unlike coffee, tea is fit for decent consumption. In other words, drinking tea doesn't provoke addiction. Matcha. Similar to green tea, matcha contains a higher level of theanine, helping relax and reduce anxiety. What's more, theanine in matcha doesn't cause fatigue. But unlike black or green tea, matcha has more versatile uses. Apart from liquid form, matcha noodles and ice cream are popular options, especially in recent years. Yerba mate, another substitute for coffee. The health benefits of yerba mate include the prevention of heart disease and obesity by lowering cholesterol levels. On the other hand, yerba mate is unsafe due to the high risk of cancer. That's why tea and matcha receive more support from experienced users. Drinking unhealthy amounts of yerba mate, more than 3 cups per day, can lead to tumors in various parts of the body. The reaction to caffeine is difficult to predict in every single individual. Even 100 milligrams of this substance can affect the drinker. You should always consider your age, genetic predisposition, and any medications you take when drinking more coffee than usual. For some women, the criteria also include pregnancy. Using caffeine to boost energy and sustain a high level of focus is acceptable. Still, you must be aware of the risks and care for your health. Conclusion. Today, the number of natural supplements to make us healthier, faster, and brighter is unparalleled. However, coffee is a cemented ritual we bound ourselves to because of our hectic lifestyles. The amount of caffeine we consume during the day may drastically increase while we remain unaware. And when everyone is seemingly healthy despite the coffee cups growing each day, there are gradual changes we don't notice. Being able to choose healthy supplements is knowing your body system and what it reacts to. You must visit your doctor or physician to know what works for you. Later, you'll get the gist of nootropics and herbs to experiment safely. There are numerous alternatives to coffee you can explore. There's more to the world than drinking the same coffee daily on your way to work. Exploration is one of the reasons to try coffee alternatives. Another reason is health. Knowing the advantages and risks of coffee and other supplements is a mature investment in your well-being. Natural supplements give you more options and allow you to live a healthier lifestyle without worrying about the chemical side effects of processed drugs or supplements. Like many other chemically processed drugs or supplements, it's easy to get addicted to nootropics. When trying to dodge a coffee addiction, it's easy to fall into another one. Many coffee substitutes can be as dangerous if not taken cautiously. You must remember that these things only give temporary contentment, and they cause adverse effects in the long run. Try this. Visit a physician to learn how much coffee is safe for you and what supplements you should take. Gradually cut the dose of caffeine daily. Start with 10-30 milligrams less once every 3 days. Replace some of your coffee with tea. This way, you consume less caffeine. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you've enjoyed our summary, consider reading the full book for a more in-depth exploration. Before you go, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this video with someone who could benefit from these insights. Until next time, keep reading, keep learning, and keep growing.